A year ago, I broke up with my lying boyfriend. Today, I found out that everyone else was lying and he was telling the truth. A year ago, I was about to move in with my first serious boyfriend, Josh, with whom I was head over heels in love, when one of my closest friends told me that Josh had shown them a nude photo of me on his phone while he was drunk at a party. 5 or 6 more of my friends corroborated the story, saying that Josh had also talked in extreme detail about our sex life while showing the photo. The details were disgustingly explicit. This did not sound like Josh at all. When I confronted him and asked what the hell was going on, he denied everything. He eventually became very angry and started calling all of my friends liars. At one point, he showed up at my place while some of them were visiting, and things got a little physical. It was a very strange and intense turn of events in my life. Josh seemed so upset, and all of my close friends were calling him a liar. I knew Josh had taken photos of me on his phone, something I now realize was a stupid decision, but it was a heat of the moment thing. So I trusted my friends and broke up with Josh. It was heartbreaking. He begged me to believe him. He started tearing up, nearly punched the wall, and then left angrily. At the time, I was disgusted and felt incredibly conflicted. A few months later, I started dating one of the friends who had told me about Josh, Alex. All of my friends had been pushing me to date him at the time. We never really connected, and the relationship did not last more than a few months. However, we remained somewhat friendly. Today, another friend sent me a message saying he just needed to get something off his chest. The story about Josh was not true. They have been trying to get me to date Alex, so they made up that lie about Josh. After confronting a few of the others, including Alex, it all came out they had been lying. It was a completely orchestrated, manipulative setup that changed my life forever. Apparently, they hated Josh and thought he was bad for me, that he was an asshole. But that should have been my decision to make. I am shaking right now. I cried in the office bathroom for nearly 2 hours afterward. I love Josh so much. We were planning a life together, and I have been friends with that group since high school. What the hell? I guess I am supposed to stop talking to my so-called friends, right? There is no way I can come back from this and still associate with them, is there? This basically destroys my entire friend group. But how could I ever even look at them again? Also, I need closure with Josh. Can I call him? Should I call him? Should I unblock him on Facebook and send him a message? What do I do? Update 1. Even though everyone seemed to think this was a terrible idea, I sent Josh an email on Friday. I copied it here. Josh, I do not know if you are still connected to anyone on Facebook, but if you are, you probably already know why I am sending this. And I know it is totally unfair and selfish to contact you, but I cannot imagine going through the rest of my life without apologizing. So before I say a bunch of embarrassing things, more than anything, I want to say that I am sorry I did not trust you. I am sorry I let other people decide our relationship. I am sorry for what I put you through. But I figure this might be my only chance to say this, so here comes the really lame, embarrassing stuff. I have spent the past day thinking about the past year, wondering where I would be if I had believed you, what my life would be like. Would we be engaged? Would we be married? I am not over you. I want to try again. I am not asking you to marry me, but if you ever find yourself thirsty, I would love to buy you a beverage of your choice. I want to talk to you again. I miss everything about our relationship. I miss you getting annoyed when I stole your French fries. I miss fighting with you over money. I miss making you breakfast. I miss watching The Office with you over and over and over. I miss you. My information is still the same. I would not blame you if you ignored this and deleted it. Just know that I know. And I am really sorry. So I sent it and tried to take my mind off of it. Just writing it and sending it was extremely cathartic. I spent Saturday morning sitting around watching old movies when someone rang my doorbell. Assuming it was Amazon, I ignored it and waited for the delivery driver to leave so I could sneak out and grab the package. I was still in my robe. After a minute or two, I walked over to the door and looked through the peephole. It was Josh. Obviously, my heart leapt into my throat. I had been compulsively checking my phone for a response, but I was not expecting something like this. Everything in my house, including me, was completely disheveled. I cracked the door open, smiled, said hi, and told him I had to get dressed really quickly. What a terrible interaction. So I ran around my place, throwing stuff into corners, pulled my hair back, found something to wear, and rushed back to the door. I am here for that beverage. I only had orange juice and water, which was also pretty embarrassing, but Josh stuck around anyway. He did not ask many questions. I started to bring up the nude photo incident, but he said he did not really care to talk about it. We both know all of the details now. The conversation eventually became a bit aimless, and we were just talking like old times. It was wonderful. He asked if I was hungry. I was not really, but of course, I said I was. We went to a nearby burger place that we used to go to all the time. He did ask whether or not I had dated Alex. He did not seem too upset by my answer. I asked him if he had dated anyone. He had a 6-month relationship in the interim. She sounded great, but I did not pry. When we got back to my place, Josh asked what I was doing for the rest of the day. I do not have plans. We spent the rest of the day together, then the night. It is totally stupid to move that fast, but I'm not going to spend much time worrying about it. I feel happy. We spent part of Sunday together too. Then Tuesday. And Wednesday. We discussed what we were doing. 2 single people dating each other was the consensus. Exclusive? Yes. I think the world of him, and I will always regret what happened. No matter what, though, I am extremely happy I sent the letter to him. It is interesting to think that if he had actually done what everyone accused him of, and then I took him back, I would probably have trust issues. Now, obviously, I trust him to the core. He could tell me the world was flat, and I would have trouble questioning him. Just a weird thought I have been having. So that is the story. We are together again. Will it work out? I hope so. No matter what, things are better today than they were last week.